Hi, I'm Matt from HockeyReviews.ca, and this is the Warrior RG5 catch glove, how to replace the removable palms. But before we jump into all that, if this video or any of the Warrior videos on the G5 stuff helps making you make a purchase or makes you want to get the gear, please reach out to Warrior on social media like Warrior Goalie on Instagram or Warrior on Twitter and stuff like that. Let them know. I am not a Warrior influencer, so I don't get this stuff for free, so I paid for it. So letting them know this was helpful and helped you push towards that equipment would be greatly appreciated by me. Otherwise, if you are going to purchase any hockey equipment and you live in the United States, please check out the link in the description to Pure Hockey and Pure Goalie. Clicking that link, make a purchase, gives me a kickback, helps support the channel so I keep making videos like this one and I'm getting gear to actually do reviews on. Otherwise, if you want to support the channel, check out the link in the description to Patreon and buy me a coffee. Everything that goes through any of that will come right back into the channel so I keep making content like this. It is expensive, so it would be greatly appreciated. First of all, I want to apologize that this video didn't come out sooner. I thought I had one out there, but I did the blocker and I did have the pad strap. Forgot to do this one, so I greatly apologize. A full review of this glove will be coming out tomorrow if you're watching this right when it goes live. So just a heads up. With that said, really quick overview. Warrior has removable palms in their blockers and catching gloves. They're Velcroed in, and yeah, so they have different palm angles. There's a 90, a 60, and a 75 that comes stock in it. I'm going to cover all that, how they work, what they do in my review video, so I'm not going to cover it here. When you make a purchase of this, of an extra palm, you get the palm, you get this piece that ends up being like the back wrist strap. You're supposed to get a practice palm piece right here, or you used to in the past. I never got it on any of my gloves, so I don't know if they're still doing that or if I just didn't get it in the package, but it was there before. Regardless, this video will kind of help out and show how you take this apart and how you can put it back in and make sure the glove closes well. Because these are adjustable with the Velcro, I find sometimes in retail environments, someone like customers or someone who just isn't really sure how to work with all this will take it apart to kind of adjust it and to play with it, and then they won't really get it back together right, so it might feel off and weird off the shelf. Hopefully this video will allow you to, if you bought it used or anything, or if it just doesn't feel quite right, to replace it, so it'll be easier to do. So obviously we're going to open it up. And the straps are pretty straightforward. They're just straps like this. And then that side pops out like that. And we have it right here. So the first and the easiest thing to do is remove this backhand piece, which goes like that. And it goes into this little loop. And then remove these little pieces of Velcro. Also, pro tip, and I didn't heed this advice, don't wear shirts that can get caught on Velcro because there's so much of Velcro on this stuff that's bound to happen. So there is that backhand piece, which I showed earlier. That's where it goes right there. Take that off to the side now. Next easiest thing is to replace this, take this piece out. This part stays in the glove. And then we just pull the actual backhand out itself. Like so, and we pull it like so, and then we pull out the thumb, and there is the removable liner. So this one is the 75 degree, and this is the one I always use. You can see the foam is kind of a little bent right there. It's on all of the stuff right there. And you can take this piece out as well. This part just kind of helps push the glove, this part away from your, like right here, your heel, your hand. A little bit added protection, and also kind of works with that cover edge design. That is also why this foam piece is angled, so you can see it taller here, so it pushes the top of your hand out. That's the point of the cover edge. So that's how you take it out. A lot of people wash this stuff. If you do, I'd probably take this piece of foam out just to ensure it doesn't, like, you don't heat up or anything. But anyways, that's how you take it out. Warrior has been very smart in kind of designing these in the future, because in the past they didn't really have it super easy to put on. It is pretty simple. They have these arrows and you just line it up and put it on. The first few generations of these were a bit more difficult, and I found a lot more people in retail environments had issues with it. And some gloves I tried on in the past were just awful. I had to completely change it, and then it was fine. So basically what you do here, it's actually pretty simple. You take these two arrows and you line it up right along the palm part right here. So I always go on the inside one and kind of go outwards just because it just feels a bit easier. So you just line that up right there, and you kind of try to align the very edge of the Velcro as well. And you go all the way to the side, and you make sure both sides are lined in perfectly. You can see that's pretty close right there. So that is basically all set. And then you lift this piece up, and you can flatten the hand down like this. and the hand is in position. Next is the thumb, and the thumb is kind of annoying because you have to set it under this and kind of flatten it out. So I've sometimes found that you had to kind of really adjust it a couple times. I've done this enough that I kind of got used to it because I swapped these out a bunch to do testing on. Basically, if you're having any problems, you can just obviously reseat it and then put your hand in there. And that is kind of the easiest way to really make sure it's in there. When your hand just sits in there, you can squeeze to make sure everything's lining up and everything feels right. And that's pretty well it for that. So all we do is finish the final few stages. This one is really easy to do, so it's always kind of my go-to. We just wrap that, do that one back up. Generally don't really need that too tight, but you can tighten it as much as you like. And then we go for this backhand piece here. So, and then this part, you just take this strap right here, put it through this piece. Hopefully this is on camera. Put it through this piece right here, pull it up. And then I generally just leave it undone so I can get it, this one in a little easier too. There's this little buckle right down here, right down there. So you gotta kind of reach in there, kind of slide this through. This one isn't that easy to do and it's kind of annoying. I know that this was one piece in the past. I don't know why this was all a part of the palm. Not sure why they changed that design, but it is. And then you can just simply Velcro it in place. And finally, you have the Velcro going over here and folding up there. And then you can also make sure that this piece is nice and snug on there and everything is good right there. So everything feels good. Everything's nice locked in place. Can tighten that if I want, but I don't really need that tight to be honest. So I'll loosen that one off. So finally we fold the fingers back in. You kind of have to push that block back down. That piece goes right there. Ignore that for the time being, or if we're really smart, we just go like this. And then this piece fits right in this groove. It goes like this. And then I always just do it tighten so it's kind of like just covering everything that's on there, just like that. So that's on there like that. And then that inner flap connects right there. I always say watch out for this piece because the sticky part points out. So you want to get all that covered with all the soft Velcro just so it doesn't catch on your jersey or your chest protector. Finally, we slide that piece through this little loop and we put it in right here. And that is it for right there. And then we're done. And it feels perfect. Great closure in this glove. Everything feels nice and dialed in. Actually, this is a little too tight, so I might have to adjust this piece right here. So loosen this off a little bit. I don't like super tight like backhands on my gloves. I like tighter fingers, but not that bad. Perfect. So that's exactly what I want. And we're all good there. So hopefully this was helpful. If you do have that practice palm, basically you just put it under this part. So you put it in between this and the block below. But again, I haven't seen a G5 with a practice palm yet, so I don't know if they still exist. Warrior told me they did. And then, like I said, they were supposed to come with these little hand things and they didn't, so whatever. Yeah, so hopefully this video was helpful. Be sure to check back for the review of this catching glove. I think it will be useful and hopefully you will enjoy it. That's coming very soon. Tomorrow, if you haven't seen this video, or if it's not from the first day this is out, the video's already out there and it'll be linked in the description or it'll be linked at the end of this video. So that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to let Warrior know if this video was helpful. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if you are making any purchases and live in the United States, check out the link in the description to Pure Hockey, Pure Goalie. Click on that link. Make a purchase. Gives me a kickback. So help support channels so I keep making videos like this one and make more content. Otherwise, if you want to support the channel, check out Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee. Links are also in the description. Everything that goes through any of that comes right back in the channel so I keep making content like this and making more videos. Buying all this stuff is expensive to do real reviews on, so it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much and take it easy.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.